Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of Caydgaming. Today I am very excited to share a first look at Ember Knights. Ember Knights is a fairly new roguelike action co-op RPG. This game is tremendously beautiful with stylized pixel graphics, multiple different weapons and cosmetics and things that you can unlock. It's very satisfying. And it's made by a relatively new studio called Doom Turtle. So go ahead, grab your friends for this one, grab a coffee, and let's dive right in. When you play, of course, this is where you would invite your friends here. I am playing alone for the video, but just rest assured there are people you can invite. And there is a story to this game. In fact, an interesting story at that. This guy right here will tell me a little more about it. I don't want to share it for the purpose of the video because I don't want to spoil anything. I have played a number of hours. I've unlocked a moderate amount of things. There's still plenty more for me to unlock, and I assure you, I love this game and will. This is the home hub city. I'm not going to go over what everything is. I'd love for you to explore it on your own. But there is, just know there's a store where you could, you know, upgrade your character with meta currency. There is a thing where you can unlock skills and so on. And then over here, I want to quickly show you there are multiple weapons. There are 3 on the left I haven't unlocked, and then on the right I have the staff currently equipped. Each weapon has its own fighting style, its own options. Some of them have charged attacks like this, and some of them do have this, like, you're aiming for a perfect, you hold down and release when it blinks. The same applies to the staff. It attacks where your arrow is, or where your mouse is pointing, so that's always helpful. And I really appreciate it favors whatever your playstyle is. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in. I've already kind of prepared myself. Come see me at once. Oh, he's gonna make me talk to him. Okay, I'll do it really quickly, and I will bounce forward in the video. All right, so we're ready. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in and enter the tear. A brief teaser into the story. Essentially, there is this big bad evil magician type character that is wreaking havoc on this plane, and you have been summoned as a Ember Knight to help defend, to help go get what they need that was stolen from them. This is the first world, and I'll quickly show you combat. You move around with WSAD. There is a dodge roll by using the spacebar, and I think the nice thing about it too is this game does allow you to dodge to avoid damage as well. So if you see something coming for you and you need a way to get through it, dodging is the way to go. So when you start a run, you start back at the very beginning each time. This game is a roguelike, so you're designed to die. And as you play, you'll unlock relics that upgrade your character, stat boosts. You'll sometimes get to make decisions on what to do. And as you can see, this room is going to help me unlock a new skill once I finish it. So I love the combat is very fast paced. This game, it's one of those games that's almost simple to pick up, but difficult to master. There is definitely some skill involved, which I honestly love. It's not too luck-based. It's really satisfying. So here, this is my first skill option. You can have 2 skills at any given time. I have to pick one of these. I can summon an ethereal ballista to decimate approaching enemies. It shows you the charges and stuff. Or I can surround myself with an aura of snowballs that damage or freeze. Since I'm ranged, I'm not gonna go for something around me. I'm gonna start with the ballista, and then you press space to select and space to confirm. My first skill is on right click, and you see it down there in the bottom left. It has 2 charges. The way that skills work in this game, when you use a skill, you can kind of choose. It might have a perfect charge, just like the weapons do. And once you use it, in order to use it again, you need to land attacks on enemies. The idea with that is that'll help charge up your skills, and that's what's going to allow you to continue to cast it over and over. So here in the bottom left, you can see now I have 1 charge left, but I'm partway charged to the next one. So let's see what we got. Our relic. While you have 150 or more gold, gain bonus move speed and crit. I don't have 150 yet, and I do plan to spend my gold, so we'll see. Whenever you use a perfect skill, gain 5 armor. I love that. That's defensive. All knights gain +1. See, this is good for teamwork, right? I'm gonna go ahead and take the perfect skill one, and I'll show you guys what that looks like in a minute here. So now I choose, do I want wisdom or power? I think I'm gonna go power. This is more of an attack build. Wisdom would be more for like, here we go, for you know, a magical build or something that relies a little more on skills. And this one, you know, being an archer, I want to make sure that I am able to, you know, deal enough damage with my weapon. Now, I've played with a variety of weapons, by the way, so far. I love them all. I don't have a favorite yet. I absolutely do think the staff is a little harder. It's a little more nuanced and complicated than the bow and arrow or the sword. The bow and arrow, of course, allows you to stay back and shoot from afar, but it's cool because in our friend group, honestly, truly, you know, there's a person who likes to get up in the fray. We have a tank. I always love to play the support, as you guys know, so I really appreciate that. I think by comparison, you know, we have friends who like to be archers and mages and stuff, so this game is going to allow us to really jump into it and be who we want to be. And that, I think, is what's most important. So when I right-click and hold down, if I drop it, you see that was a perfect skill. It gave me 5 armor. That's really, really good for you because it lines up with the relic I got, right? Every time I use a perfect skill, if I let it charge and I let go right when that ring is maxed out, it's going to give me bonus armor. And that's only for skills for that relic, right? Now, there are elite enemies, as you saw. I focus them first because they can be a little more dangerous, and this is the first area. So sometimes they do extra stuff, or they deal extra damage. Later on in this game, this is the first area. I really want to reiterate, this is not really the hard portion. You know, you get to area 3 or area 4, that's where the game gets a little harder. And then gold is what you use in a run, of course, to upgrade your character, buy stuff at the store. Ember is the meta currency. Ember is what you will spend in your hub city to permanently upgrade your character and make it even just like a little bit easier to progress farther in future runs. So I like to focus on Ember for now while I'm still, you know, only a handful of hours in to the game. And I love it because you can take your time, you know what I mean? In between stuff, you're not rushing for anything. There's no time crunch, really. Obviously, the combat is super action-packed, but it's nice because it's kind of like, you know, do what you need to do when you need to do it. You can dodge roll over canyons like you just saw me do. It's really awesome. It's very convenient. And then here is a mini-boss, the first mini-boss in the first area. Sanguine Sucker. So there's a health bar at the top. Whoop. Okay, I'm just gonna get a little space. I'm gonna get that bonus armor from a perfect skill. And if I land more attacks like I'm doing right now, it's gonna help me charge up that ballista ability even more. And I really like the relic as well that I'm using because what it does for me is it helps give me that armor when I need it. And essentially that'll allow me to then have a little bit more of a buffer so I don't lose health because it's kind of hard to heal. These beautiful blue mushrooms, those drop the meat, which heals you for 10. Those are stylites for each area, which is pretty cool. So in each area, you know, you're not going to lose that kind of personalization that they've made. The art style of this is really gorgeous. And so this area has mushrooms. The next area might have, you know, crates or something, which is really cool. So this is the first store. This game is funny and charming. There's often a little bit of comedy peppered in. Things are looking a bit hairy out on the primes. I haven't had rowdy customers like those ranklings in a while. So he didn't say anything funny this time. I shouldn't have said anything. But now I can choose. Let's see. Whenever you use a skill, your next weapon attack is a guaranteed crit. We're not using the skill very often, so I don't know if we want that. Roll the dice, dealing damage to enemies and generating a bonus effect based on the dice roll. Your first weapon hit on an enemy deals bonus damage and burns. Your skills refresh quicker. Okay, that's hard. So obviously having more of those is gonna help. But I love, we are a weapon based, so 5 bonus damage is not bad. And I've never done the dice before. Damage to enemies and generating bonus effect. I'm gonna take it just for the sake of let's experience it. See what it does. Oh, it's a skill. Okay, well there you have it. So the second skill now, I have it equipped here. That middle mouse button is what will use the second skill. It only has 1 charge. Let's give it a shot, shall we? I love it. I don't know what the bonus is, but I love how I can use it. There we go, it's a perfect skill as well. Oh, it gave me that one for sure gave me movement speed. There we go. I can eat if I need to, but I'm full health. On the left side, we have a Gem of Wisdom, and on the right side, we have Gem of Power. I'm gonna go ahead I'm gonna jump around the video a little bit. I wanna be able to show you kind of like what the first boss looks like, so that way you can kind of experience it and see as well what some of the later combat might be. I love the skill system in this too. I actually think it's really satisfying for them to say, like, in order to charge up an ability, you have to land attacks, because it prevents you from just standing in a corner and maybe cheesing, oh, hey, I'm gonna just keep using an ability over and over and over. Ooh, Chain Lightning, that's not bad. We're an attack build. Whenever you refresh a skill, I like critting for healing too, but I wanna play like I'm not gonna take damage, so I'm gonna take this instead and go for additional damage, but an attack-focused build. I think that's gonna be really cool, especially with AoE. All right, and the room before the first boss. I am thoroughly excited to show you this. You do always get this opportunity to heal if you need to, so as you can see, there are a bunch of mushrooms, so I can get the heals. I'm already max health. So I'm gonna jump in and wish me luck on this first boss. Let's see how I can do. Skrixaza. Dodging does have those iframes, so there are boss fights where you're going to need to do that to beat them. Aha, ooh, oh, that was the die. That was a roll I made on the die, that's really cool. Ooh, okay, he's summoning bugs. And he's dropping lightning, okay. Ooh, I'm out of charges, I need to. Oops, okay, I took 16. That's not good. So I want to cast my abilities as well, because if I get a perfect, I'll get armor back, and I really want to get that armor back. I think it's always nice to have that buffer. Here we go. I just saw that chain lightning pop out too. Woo! Okay, gotta be careful though. Yeah, see that dodge, it was a little late, but because, ooh, that one was not as good. But yeah, because I did it, I was able to not take damage from it. You're able to dodge through stuff, which is really nice. So, not even the most hectic boss, but really action-oriented, and I died the first time I played against that boss. Like, I've upgraded the character a little bit, which does make the run a little bit smoother. But I love and appreciate, I always tell people, like, there's a difficulty curve, and it feels rewarding. This game has really nailed that whole idea of care package. This game has really nailed that idea of risk and reward. As you play, you are rewarded for what you do, and you feel like you're making progress. I really love it. I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video here. I'm not gonna show you the new areas, at least not in this video, but comment below. Let me know what you think of this game. I think it is a blast, and you know I'm gonna play it co-op with my friends. Of course, don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed this. If you want to show the developers some support, their name is Doom Turtle. Wishlist this on Steam, or of course purchase the game. If you want to see more of this game specifically, comment below. Please tell me. Say, hey, I want a Let's Play. I want to see longer content. And as always, if you wouldn't mind, please click that subscribe button. There are new videos twice weekly, each Tuesday and Friday, and when you subscribe, it helps me so much. My name is Cade. I hope you enjoyed your coffee, and happy gaming!